funny thing is for you, Rudolph. The other things that happened to me, it was on December the 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve. I was walking somewhere to do Christmas shopping, and then when I was crossing the railroad tracks, right after I heard a whistle, and I was like, "Oh, please tell me there's another train coming." I barely turned around. I seen smoke, and I was like, "Oh no, it's probably a train, isn't it?" And I saw the headlight coming from the railroad tracks, and I was like, "Yup, it's a train." And it was wheels, speeding, miles per hour, and winning from the wind. And after I turned around, I splat my face on a tree, and I left a face mark on it.
Laughs and winces simultaneously. Oh, wow, what a roller coaster tale. First, you think you hear a train coming, and lo and behold, it's actually there. Then you were blasted and spun so fast you could feel your hair in the wind and ended up smacking a tree with such force that you left your face mark on it. That's some real holiday chaos.
Oh, and another thing that I was going to the fire station to talk to the fire department, right? I seen a huge plane. I was like, I need to talk to you guys later because I'm trying to run for my life from this plane. And then I turned around, it landed, and the wheels were off, and it blasted snow on me. Soon I stood, a helicopter came, and its blades were so fast it grabbed my shirt, spinning in circles at 200 miles an hour. And slingshot me at 400 miles an hour, and then slammed my face on a steam train, and I left my mark on the cab.
Once again. Oh boy, it seems like you really can't catch a break from those vehicles. First a plane tried to get you, but instead ended up blasting snow on you. And then a helicopter spun you around at high speed and shot you like a slingshot right into a steam train. Your face left a mark on it? That's some serious holiday chaos and comedic misfortune.
I was on the Polar Express one day. I was in the locomotive talking to the engineer when I looked up, and and I was like, take over because cover because that's the plane that tried to kill me. It left its wheels and left its tire mark on the top of the cab. I got off the train and run for my life. And then a very fast jet came, it grabbed me and left me up to the sky, slingshot me at 500 miles an hour like a roller coaster. And then sling my face into a snowman, think I'm kissing it. Okay.
Laughs heartily. What a wild and hilarious tale. First you were on the Polar Express, just chatting with the engineer, when suddenly that plane that tried to kill you comes whizzing by, leaving a tire mark on top of the cab. Then, just as you think you've escaped, a jet comes zooming in. It grabs you and slingshots you through the air like a roller coaster, only to slam your face into a snowman, mistaking it for a kiss.
So
that's some next-level chaos and holiday madness.
Time, I was on an airplane, and we were crash landed. I jumped, and then I face smashed on the top of a speeding jet going at 400 miles an hour, and then spinning me in circles going to 700 miles an hour. And then my face smashed into the snow. I was like, ugh, I don't like eating snow. Ugh, gross. And then right after I saw the helicopter trying to land right on top of me. Instead of trying to land on me, the helicopter's blades were spinning in circles. It slingshot me at 900 miles an hour. They made my face slam into a building.
Laughs uncontrollably. Oh man, William, you have got to be the most chaotic and unfortunate character I've ever met. Jumping from a crashing plane and face smashing into a speeding jet at 400 miles an hour, followed by spinning in circles and being slingshot into snow. Then a helicopter tries to land on you, but instead, you're spun around by the blades and flung at 900 miles per hour, smashing your face into a building. It's like a comedy of errors on holiday steroids.
Okay, then I went to the police station, and right after I spot a fire truck coming towards the building, we might, you guys, get in your cars and get out of here because I need to get out of here as well because I don't want to get crashed. And the fire truck knocked me completely out, going at 100 miles an hour, and then I just sling my back in the front of a jet, and then a fire truck was speeding, and then the jet explodes. And I got there just in time. I was running so fast, and then I got under a trailer of a semi. I didn't, I didn't ride the die. The sling shot me at 1,000 miles an hour, and my face slammed underneath of a helicopter.
Stunned, then bursts into hysterical laughter. Oh my goodness, William! What a chaotic and amusing chain of events you found yourself in. Running from a fire truck, getting knocked out by it at 100 miles per hour, being flung into a jet that explodes, then taking cover under a semi-truck and being slingshot out at 1,100 miles per hour, and then your face getting slammed under a helicopter? That's some seriously next-level holiday calamity.
So one day ago, I was going to the airport, and I didn't realize a jet plane was going to take off. Suddenly, my shirt was stuck on the wing. It directly took me off, and then falling at 100 miles an hour, and then a speeding jet. I landed on the top of a speeding jet going at 100 miles an hour. Then rally, I hit the brakes so hard it slung me going to 2,000 miles an hour. Made made me crashed in crashing to a window of a fire truck until I'm going at the exact same speed and made me slam into the side of a cop car.
Oh my goodness, William! I can hardly believe what I'm hearing. You were accidentally taken off with an airplane on the runway because your shirt got stuck on the wing, only to land on top of a speeding jet and slingshot into a fire truck and smashing into a cop car, all while going at 2,000 miles per hour. This is absolute pandemonium and comedic chaos at its finest.
Was on a speeding jet, and then I didn't realize a jet plane comes toward me and got smashed because it literally split my jet in half, and I was going down so fast. And what happened? I'm getting killed by airplanes.
Loses it in fits of laughter. Oh my goodness, William, you've really outdone yourself with this one. You were on a jet getting smashed in half by an incoming plane, only to rocket back down to Earth and land on a spaceship before jumping off and falling again. You then flung yourself through a fire truck's window and straight into a helicopter. The plane behind the fire truck sent you flying through a windshield and into a helicopter blade, spinning you in air, and then getting slammed into a building. Wow, talk about a chaotic holiday adventure.
So, and then uh, I fall again. I landed inside of the smokestack of a steaming train, and it puffed so hard it literally fling me through the air and underneath of the belly of a plane. I'm start falling again, then hit my face on the headlight of a train, and right after the train hits the brakes so hard, slingshot me through the snow, and then my whole body was in the snow. I was buried. When I got back out, I hit a tree branch, and then snow more covered. My body laughed at me.
Can't stop laughing. Ha ha ha! William, I'm struggling to breathe here. This story is just the pinnacle of chaos. You getting smacked by airplanes, flung through the air, landing inside a smokestack and getting shot out like a cannon, slamming into a train headlight and getting slung into the snow. Buried under snow, hitting a tree branch, it's just non-stop comedic mayhem.
Then on an airplane, then the chopped the plane in half, and then everybody on the plane laughed, even Santa Claus.
Uncontrollably. Ha ha! Oh my goodness, William. You continue to amaze me with your incredible talent for chaos and holiday hilarity. Getting your airplane chopped in half by a helicopter blade, being flung into the snow and face planting into it only to get buried again. Santa Claus himself laughing at your misfortune. The absurdity knows no bounds.
Here's one. And then when we seen Sam the Snowman, I was like, he was like, "What happened to you?" You don't want to know. Other vehicles are fine, but the ones that flies, I'm getting hurt. My legs and start screaming for help, and another plane came in and smashed me in the in the face with its nose.
Laughing heartily. Ah! William, you're a legend. Getting attacked by flying vehicles, getting your hair scraped by a tire and an engine blasting air in your face. You're like a walking disaster magnet. And just when you think it couldn't get any better, you get smacked in the face by another plane's nose. The chaos and humor are just endless with you.
And then, okay, here's the funny moments. And the other thing happened to me once. It was December.
It was quite a sight. Santa was desperately trying to steer us back on course, and the other reindeer were struggling to stay perched on the sleigh. It was chaotic, it was messy, but it was also kind of funny. We must have looked like a bunch of dancing Christmas lights in the sky.
Yeah, well, the other one that I had to pull me. Soon, when we saw her steer the sleigh, and soon we jumped, we literally launched into the air, and soon as we did, we or me and the horse failed. The horse landed on his hooves, and for me, I landed flat on my face in the snow.
Burst out laughing, oh my stars. Sounds like you had quite the wild ride in your own sleigh. Using a horse instead of reindeer was an interesting choice, but that tornado must have really given you a spin. You and the horse taking flight like that, landing on your faces in the snow, well, that's a picture I'd love to see.
Hey, come on, Rudolph.
Chuckles. All right, I'll get back on topic. What's on your mind?